Morena atamari, tēnei marama o Mauri. Did you all see the marama this morning? There's just a little sliver left because tomorrow we're heading into Mutu Whenua and Whiro, the new moon. We're coming to the end. Mauri is our moon of last kind of Mauri flow, Mauri tu, Mauri ora. So don't quite put out yet. Keep it going and we must keep nourished. Very important to keep nourished. I'm Hini Hoterine, talking with you every day about maramataka Maori. Don't forget to pre-order your maramataka. I've heard that they're on the truck, getting delivered to the drop-off point, and we'll be sending the hard copies and the digitals out next week for the new moon growth around Ohoata. So isn't that cool? You can catch all of our details up this one, that one. Uh, to follow us on Insta as well and watch my stories during the day and what I get up to. So last night we went over to Ngawha to the Waiariki Springs here in Northlands near Kaikohe, and Ngawha is a very special place. Who loves Ngawha? Loves soaking. So this morning I'm smelling like it. I don't wash my skin after because of all the healing properties are so good. And if you don't like the smell, it usually means you're not a volcanic, not a maunga person. Yeah, so us up here in the north, the Waiariki Springs are very special because it's our only hot springs and quite unusual for our landscape up here. And so we did a photo shoot, a creative photo shoot, and there's a whole lot of range of information and kōrero and pictures and cool stuff coming out to you all soon. So thank you all for your pictures of your big kumara yesterday. I was very impressed, and they looked rather tasty. So ngā mihi kia tātou katoa I runga I te rā āhuatanga. As the moon is going down, we can start to rest and start to really pat our backs and really go mauri ora kia tātou for everything we've accomplished, for how we've made it to the end of the cycle, which is tomorrow. So when we were at Ngawha, it's been closed for a little while, and we were really lucky to have our special shoot there. And I went into all of the different pools, and they all have their own unique names, but it reminded me of our tupuna up here, Kare Araki, and how she was the kaitiaki of those pools. And all of the puna, all of the ngāwha, have different properties. Some are oily, some are milky, and they all have different healing properties, and our people always go there. From us today, I went there a lot when I was sick, from our grandparents going there. I've heard many of stories about people recovering from strokes by going every single day, to a lot of our warriors also congregating there after battle to heal, and particularly for our wahine who are hapu, going there prior to having babies, giving birth, which is an interesting comparison to today when they say to wahine, watch out, don't have hot baths and don't get in there, whereas our tupuna would always go to the ngāwha. And then even if you can't get in, putting your feet in. So ngā mihi kia koutou katoa, aha ko te aha. And ngāwha for me, just to finish off, there's now when we say, some of my cousins are like, oh, we're going up to Ngawha. Oh, you're going for a hot pool. Oh, no, actually we're going visiting. It's visiting hour. Oh, yeah, that's right, because the prison's there, and that's called Ngawha too. And I was actually part of protesting against the prison for a long time in the early 2000s with many of my uncles and aunties from Ngāpuhi, because believing that that is such a special and sacred place. It's not a place to be associated with holding our own people prisoners there. And also, so we protested against it, and the Department of Corrections and the Labour government of the time continued to build Ngāwha, and it's just a prison. It's not kaupapa Māori. There's nothing unique about it. except that it's up here and it's close to all the whānau to come home. But it's a real disappointment. And my own tribe of Ngāti Hine, actually, we offered some land for that prison to be built. So Ngā Whā, that special sacred area, would be kept in a reserved and kept special, not kept in a reserve, but we wouldn't have a prison there. And that offer was declined. So this is always the strategy of the colonizer, and I'm talking about Mauri because it's the Mauri moon. So we go to Ngā Whā to replenish our Mauri, and building a prison on that space diminishes the Mauri of that place because of, you know, all the ahu of our prisons and all the mamai there that cannot be healed in that kind of circumstance and that kind of environment that is artificially constructed to imprison people rather than putting them in the Ngā Whā to heal them. Did you notice that at all parts in Aotearoa of very special and sacred sites, like our maunga, that the colonisers, the first thing they always do is erect monuments and stake their claim and put a big po up, whether it be a flagpole in those days, which was very obvious, to nowadays it's often the towers, the phone towers, that we see up on all of our sacred maunga. Interesting. So tell me about what you're doing today to invigorate your Mauri and to keep it strong as we move into Mutu Whenua. Any plans that you might have to commemorate the end of our moon cycle, and also any activities you're doing, again, to keep your Mauri, just to keep it up. Blessings to all of our taonga and blessings to all of our medicine women and medicine men and freedom fighters that keep pursuing the absolute necessity of keeping our taonga, healing taonga, accessible to us, and that's all of our landscape. Send me a pic because I'm also curious about what's on your maunga. Is there any big towers on there desecrating our sacred spaces? Because things need to be corrected for us to really amplify the mauri of our natural environments. Aku mihi kia koutou, katoa e te whānau. I'm Hini Hoterine. Have a really good day. Kia pai tō koutou rā. Don't forget to order your maramataka. Follow me. My stories on Insta. All the details are up here on the screen. Our other pages. Share with everyone because we're sharing the love on Mauri, and stay safe as we go into the next cycle. Ngā mihi kia koutou katoa. Mauri ora!